Dr. Justin Harper's reputation was unmatched. A man of unparalleled medical expertise, he was regarded as one of Earth's finest doctors. Yet, despite his fame, Justin remained humble. He had no interest in money or fame. His true passion lay in unraveling the mysteries of the human body and pushing the boundaries of science. While others chased glory, he chased answers, constantly searching for ways to improve lives. It was a quiet evening in his downtown Chicago apartment. Justin sat at his desk, engrossed in his research, when his phone buzzed. The screen displayed an unfamiliar number. Usually, he would have ignored it, but something compelled him to answer. "Dr. Harper speaking," he said, barely looking up from his notes. "Dr. Harper," a calm, commanding voice replied, "we've been trying to contact you for weeks. We are from the Zenith colony, located beyond Earth's orbit, and we are in urgent need of your expertise." Justin's pen froze midair. He let out a short laugh, thinking it was a prank. "Look, I don't know who put you up to this, but I'm not in the mood for games." "This is no game, doctor. Our request is genuine, and we can prove it." Before Justin could respond, his phone buzzed with incoming images. Curious, he opened them, his jaw dropped. The photos showed towering alien structures, intricate technology, and beings that looked eerily human, but distinctly alien. The level of detail was extraordinary, too precise to be fake. What am I looking at?" he stammered. "Our colony is facing a medical crisis," the voice explained. "You've been identified as the most capable doctor on Earth. We require your help to save a life." Justin's mind raced. It seemed impossible, like something out of a sci-fi movie. Yet, the evidence before him was undeniable. After a long pause, he said, "If this is real, how do you expect me to get to this colony? Leave that to us. A spacecraft will arrive tomorrow to transport you. Prepare for departure at 9 a.m. We'll provide further details upon your arrival." The next morning, Justin stood in an open field, clutching a small bag. As the seconds ticked by, he wondered if he'd made a mistake. But then, a low hum filled the air, and a sleek, glowing craft descended from the sky. The door slid open, revealing the tall figures with pale, almost metallic skin. "Dr. Harper," one of them said, bowing slightly. "Welcome, we are honored to have you." The craft's interior was unlike anything Justin had ever seen. Smooth, seamless surfaces radiated soft light, and the air felt charged with energy. The journey was silent and swift, yet Justin's thoughts were anything but calm. He was leaving Earth behind, venturing into the unknown. The Zenith colony was breathtaking, floating in the vast emptiness of space. It glowed with an otherworldly brilliance. Towering spires, interconnected by translucent walkways, stretched as far as the eye could see. The colony hummed with life, its residents moving with purpose and grace. Justin was ushered directly to the colony's medical center. As he entered, a crowd had gathered to catch a glimpse of the Earth doctor. Whispers of awe and respect filled the air, and Justin couldn't help but feel a mixture of pride and anxiety. He was greeted by Dr. Sunu, the head of the hospital. She was striking, her features delicate but commanding, with silver hair cascading down her back. Her luminous eyes sparkled with intelligence. "Dr. Harper," she said, bowing deeply, "your presence here is a great honor. I am Dr. Sunu, the chief physician. We have a situation that requires your unique skills." Justin returned her bow awkwardly. "I'll do my best. What's the situation?" Sunu gestured for him to follow. As they walked through the pristine corridors, she explained the case. "Our patient is a Zenithian female experiencing an extreme reaction to water exposure. Her condition has baffled our medical teams, and she's deteriorating rapidly. We're at a loss, which is why we sought you out." Justin nodded, his curiosity piqued. When they entered the patient's room, a sharp, acrid smell hit him, causing him to instinctively cover his nose. The patient lay unconscious, her silvery skin glowing faintly under the soft lights. "She doesn't look like someone in organ failure," Justin observed, noting her flawless appearance. As he approached her, the smell lessened, almost as if it were retreating. Intrigued, Justin leaned closer to examine her. Suddenly, he noticed faint movements in her abdomen. He turned to Sunu. "Is she pregnant?" he asked. Sunu shook her head. "Not to our knowledge. Her abdomen shows no signs of pregnancy." Justin gently placed his hand on her stomach and felt it a distinct kick. He looked up at Sunu, who seemed equally shocked. "We need imaging equipment now," he said urgently. The ultrasound revealed the unthinkable. The patient was indeed pregnant, and the fetus was fully human. Sunu stared at the screen in disbelief. "This is impossible. She has never been in contact with humans. How could this happen?" Justin's mind raced. He considered the implications. The child appears healthy, but the mother's body isn't equipped to handle a human pregnancy. "We need to act fast." The medical team prepared for an emergency cesarean. The procedure was delicate, requiring Justin to adapt quickly to Zenithian anatomy. After hours of tense work, the baby was delivered a perfectly healthy human infant. The mother's condition stabilized, and Justin let out a sigh of relief. Sunu turned to him, her voice filled with awe. "You've done the impossible. You've saved both lives." Later, as they sat in Sunu's office, she poured him a glass of a glowing blue liquid. "This is a rare achievement, Dr. Harper. You've given us answers to questions we never thought to ask." Later, as they sat in Sunu's office, she poured him a glass of a glowing blue liquid. The translucent drink shimmered as if it contained stardust. Justin hesitated before taking a sip, the unfamiliar taste sending a cooling sensation through his entire body. "This is a rare achievement, Dr. Harper," Sunu said softly, her luminous eyes fixed on him. "You've given us answers to questions we never thought to ask. Our colony owes you a debt that cannot be repaid." Justin placed the glass down and leaned back in his chair. "It was an experience unlike any other. But the truth is, I'm just a doctor doing what I do best, helping people." Sunu tilted her head, a warm smile spreading across her face. "Humility suits you, but do not downplay your brilliance. You've saved 2 lives today. That child will carry your legacy." Justin chuckled, brushing a hand through his hair. "I don't know about legacies. I just want to do good work. Honestly, I didn't expect this kind of welcome, let alone something as extraordinary as today." Sunu studied him for a moment, her gaze softening. "You are extraordinary, Justin Harper, and not just because of your skills. You see the world, any world, with an open heart. That is rare, even among my people." The room fell silent, the air between them charged with something unspoken. Sunu stood, her movements graceful as she approached him. "Would you care to see more of the colony? There's a place I'd like to show you." Justin rose, intrigued. "Lead the way." Sunu guided him through a series of private corridors that seemed to glow faintly as they walked. The walls pulsed with a soft, rhythmic light, almost like the heartbeat of the colony itself. Eventually, they arrived at a large door that slid open soundlessly. Beyond it lay a breathtaking space, a private chamber with walls made of translucent crystal, offering a panoramic view of the galaxy outside. Stars twinkled against the inky backdrop, and a gentle hum filled the air. "This is my sanctum," Sunu said, her voice barely above a whisper. "A place where I come to think, to reflect." "I wanted you to see it." Justin stepped inside, awestruck. The sheer beauty of the cosmos laid bare before him was humbling. "It's stunning. I've never seen anything like it." Sunu moved closer, standing beside him as they both gazed out into the infinite expanse. "This view reminds me of how small we are in the grand design of the universe. And yet, even in our smallness, we have the power to create profound change." Justin turned to her, catching the faint glow of her skin under the starlight. "You're right, but sometimes it feels overwhelming. Like no matter how much we do, it's never enough." She reached out, placing a hand gently on his arm. "That's why we keep going, together." Her words hung in the air, heavy with meaning. Justin felt a pull he couldn't ignore, a connection deeper than anything he'd felt before. Slowly, he reached up to touch her hand, their fingers intertwining. "S-U-N-U. but double quotes he began, but she silenced him with a soft smile. "You don't have to say anything," she murmured, stepping closer. Her luminous eyes searched his, and in that moment, the distance between their worlds seemed to vanish. The first kiss was tentative, a meeting of two souls from opposite ends of the galaxy. But as their lips met, it deepened, fueled by a shared understanding and the thrill of the unknown. Justin pulled her closer, his hands resting on her waist as the soft hum of the room seemed to grow louder, enveloping them in its rhythm. Sunu broke away briefly, her breath warm against his cheek. "Justin, staying here... It's not just about saving lives, is it?" He looked into her eyes, his decision already made. "No, it's about finding something I didn't even know I was looking for." Her smile widened, and she took his hand, leading him toward a low platform in the center of the room. It glowed faintly, its surface as smooth as glass. Sunu sat, pulling Justin down beside her. The galaxy stretched endlessly around them, a silent witness to their connection. As the hours passed, they shared stories, dreams, and secrets. Justin spoke of Earth, its beauty, and its flaws, while Sunu revealed the rich history of the Zenith colony and her own role within it. She confessed that she had long felt the weight of responsibility, the loneliness of leadership. Justin understood. His own career had often left him feeling isolated. "I've always been surrounded by people," Justin said, "but I've rarely felt seen, until now." Sunu reached for his hand, her touch sending a spark through him. "Then stay," she said simply. "Stay here, with me. There's so much we can build together." The days that followed cemented Justin's decision. He immersed himself in the colony's life, sharing his knowledge with their medical teams and learning from their advanced technologies. His bond with Sunu grew stronger, their connection deepening with each shared moment. When the time came for him to decide whether to return to Earth, Justin didn't hesitate. Standing with Sunu in the heart of the colony, he declared his intent to remain. The colony celebrated, welcoming him not as an outsider, but as one of their own. Sunu and Justin's union was marked by a grand ceremony, a blending of Zenithian traditions and earthly elements. They stood together beneath the stars, pledging their lives to one another. For Justin, it was more than a marriage, it was a promise of a new beginning, a life filled with purpose, love, and discovery. As they stood hand in hand, gazing out at the endless galaxy, Justin knew he had found his place. The Zenith colony was now his home, and Sunu was his heart. Together, they would forge a future as bright and limitless as the stars themselves.